SacTown Marketing Mavericks with your host, Zach Henderson, delivering smart, high-impact marketing wins for Sacramento businesses.
Welcome to SacTown Marketing Mavericks. I'm Zach Henderson. Last time we mentioned about AI playbooks. But as our thanks to you, our listeners, we came up with a Thanksgiving special. And today we're unlocking the ghost asset goldmine hiding inside your local business. Whether you run a dental practice, personal injury law firm, med spa, home service providers, or restaurant, you likely have underused resources that could be worth an extra $3,000 to $5,000 per month, without a dollar of extra ad spend. Forget next year's marketing plan for a second. And think about this month's bank account. We're right at the end of the year, staring down the start of 2026. Your feed is probably full of people shouting about new ad strategies, new platforms, new ways to get in front of more people. But almost nobody is talking about the quieter question that actually decides whether next year feels different for you or not. Are you really getting everything you can from the business you've already built? Because here's the uncomfortable thing most local businesses never hear. By the time January rolls around, a lot of owners will be spending more to chase attention, while sitting on silent parts of their business that could be worth an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month. No extra staff, no new locations, no crazy branding overhaul, just turning on what's already there. In this episode, we're going to talk about those silent parts. We call them ghost assets, and for some businesses, they're a genuine goldmine. We're not diving into the mechanics today. This is about helping you see whether your business has ghost assets that can be turned into additional revenue before you throw more money on ads in 2026. Because if you're already working hard, already busy, and your numbers still don't feel like they match the real potential of your operation, this might explain why. Let's get into it. Let me define this in plain English, without going tactical. A ghost asset is any part of your business that you've already paid to build quietly exists in the background, has the ability to drive more business more often, but right now is doing nowhere near what it could. It doesn't show up on your P&L as asset. It just sits under vague labels: operations, marketing, customer experience, brand, systems, relationships. From your perspective, it's just there. From a revenue perspective, it's underutilized fuel. For a lot of local businesses, practice owners like dentists, lawyers, med spa, home service providers, even restaurants properly switching on those ghost assets can mean an additional $3,000, $5,000 per month in revenue. And here's the important part. Because your fixed costs are mostly already covered, a big chunk of that doesn't just puff up the top line. It flows down into bottom line profit. You've already done the hard part. You exist, people know you, there's activity. Ghost assets are about finally treating those invisible parts like actual productive assets instead of background scenery. If the only thing you remember from this episode is that your business likely has parts you're not treating like assets, this will have been worth your time. Let's zoom out for a second. Every year, especially around holidays and big seasons, the cost of getting in front of new people goes up. Ads get more expensive, feeds get noisier, competing offers multiply. But here's what doesn't get more expensive: the parts of your business you've already built, the trust, the attention you already own, the touch points and opportunities that already exist between you and your customers or community. Those are your ghost assets. You don't rent them from an algorithm. You already paid for them, with years of work. And yet, most businesses default to the same instinct. We need more people. We need more reach. We need more platforms. Top line, top line, top line. Meanwhile, an extra $3,000, $5,000 per month already sitting inside the business would change. Cash flow, stress levels, hiring decisions, your ability to reinvest, and how next year actually feels as an owner. An extra $3,000 a month is $36,000 a year. An extra $5,000 a month is $60,000 a year. For a lot of local businesses, that is not bonus money. That's the difference between barely keeping up and finally breathing. If your plan for 2026 is basically spend more to reach more people, and you haven't examined what you're underutilizing inside your existing business, you're probably leaving the easiest, highest margin revenue on the table. All right, let's make this practical without getting into the mechanics. I want to give you a quick way to tell if your business might be sitting on a ghost asset goldmine. No software, no spreadsheets. Just answer these honestly in your head. Question 1. If you turned off all your paid promotion for the next 30 to 60 days, how confident are you that you have intentional systems in place that would still bring people in, on purpose, not by accident? If your answer is basically, I hope so, that's a signal. Question 2. When someone does business with you once, do you have a clear, consistent way your business stays meaningfully in front of them over time? Not, we exist online. Not, they can find us if they want to. I mean deliberate, built into how you operate. If that feels fuzzy, that's another signal. Question 3. When you look at your current numbers, bookings, visits, orders, jobs, does it feel like they fully match your years in business, your reputation, the amount of positive word of mouth you hear, the visible busyness of your operation? Or do you ever think, given everything we've built, we should be doing better than this? If those questions are making you a bit uncomfortable, that's actually good news. Because discomfort here usually means you're not broken. You're just not fully switched on. There's a very real chance your business is sitting on a ghost asset goldmine that's worth thousands per month. You've simply never been shown how to treat those pieces like assets instead of background noise. That's not on you. Most owners are taught to run operations, not to architect how every invisible part of their business contributes to revenue and profit. The point of this episode is not to turn you into a full-time marketer. It's to give you a different lens. Before you head into 2026 saying, we need more people, more clicks, more eyeballs, I want you to add one quiet question. What are we already sitting on that we haven't really turned on yet? Because you've already built something real. You've already earned attention, trust, and a place in people's minds. The question is, are you okay not knowing how much hidden revenue is locked up in that? Or is it time to actually look? Imagine 3 months from now. The parts of your business you used to ignore are finally behaving like real assets. Revenue is up, but more importantly, profit is up. You're not constantly scrambling for the next marketing trick, just to keep cash flow alive. That shift doesn't start with a new social platform. It starts with one decision. I want to know what my business is really capable of before I spend another dollar chasing strangers. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, yeah, I have a feeling we're leaving money on the table, I just don't know where, that's your sign to do something other than another ad test. Here's what you can do next. Very simple. Option 1. Treat this as a wake-up call. Start looking at your numbers, your activity, and your invisible systems through this ghost asset lens. Even that alone will change how you make decisions next year. Option 2. If you'd rather not guess, we're opening a limited number of ghost asset checkups for local businesses that want a clear, honest read on whether there's an extra $3K, $5K a month sitting inside what they already do. We simply look at how your business is set up through this ghost asset goldmine lens and give you a straight answer. Is there something real here? Roughly how much might it be worth? And is it worth turning on now? If you want to explore that for your business, reach out to us at titanaimedia.com. That's TITANAImedia.com. However you move forward, don't let this just be interesting. Before you tell yourself you need more people, or you need AI or a new way of marketing to get clients, make sure you're not quietly stepping over assets you've already paid for. Every single day. Thanks for listening. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to SacTown Marketing Mavericks with Zach Henderson, where Sacramento's top local businesses come to sharpen their marketing edge. Subscribe for new episodes every week. And if you're ready for a precision audit that can transform your website, SEO, and visibility, visit TitanAImedia.com.